Different, this is 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Ran off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, and you know we pray up. Way up, way up.
Man. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Who all do I have here with me today? What did y'all do today all day? Katya needs me to help keep her awake. Katya, you are not sleeping. It is 8:30 here, and you're in the UK. So what time is it there, girl? Well, okay then. Rubber Ramada is here with me. Hannah, also in the UK, is here. Kate and Juju, so nice to see you. Hannah is in bed and she's fighting it. Fighting it again. Oh, we love you too, Hannah. Katya's still here. I listen to YouTube in my sleep. That's how I met allegedly. Allegedly speculating gives me the ASMR. Miss Sarah, so nice to see you. Don't tell anybody. Katya whispers to you. And, Orange Rose, you just saw that I was going live. You got notification. Oh, I didn't get to hang out in any lives today. I didn't get to do anything all over the interwebs. You just worked all day? Hello. Rubber, are you going live this evening? You're going to have so much fun. I saw your thumbnail. It's going to be amazing. 2:30 in the morning. 6 hours. Oof. You spent 12 hours in court, like sitting in a courtroom, Hannah? Sitting there, like doing stuff? Yeah, tell me about Lori, guys. Who streamed Lori today? Did Katya stream Lori? I watched a little bit, but she was in my ear. Tell me what happened. Did she cry? Did she cry? I bet she cried. She cries a lot. And then allegedly speculating was covering another guy. We'll probably go and check out her stream and see what happened on both Katya and We'll check Katya's stream and see what they did today, and then we're going to check on allegedly speculating. Your intro reminds me of the PSA from the 90s. This is your brain. This is your brain on any questions. That's funny, Orange. That's funny. You were multi-streaming 3 trials at one point? Where are you Are you like on your own channel? Are you streaming? Do I not know that you have a channel? She did cry. Morales. That's right. You're right. So I saw a couple of different things pop up today while everybody was streaming. It was streaming. So who are you streaming 3 channels for? Just because you can? You're multi-talented like that? I see you, girl. I see you. Yeah, I saw a couple of different things come up, and Jesus Monroy was in the courtroom, as well as 2 other things. I saw something that Cara had sent to us. You were in both chats. It was dang. Sorry, had to miss all of that today. Well, let's look at a couple of things I found, and then we're going to go look and see what happened in Katya's stream today, and go see what happened in allegedly speculating stream. I'm excited to see what happened. I missed everybody today. So this one right here. Oh, allegedly is messaging me. She wants to hear. Okay, so she was doing Jose Morales for the homicide of Christine Holloway, and there was a 1-year-old girl as well. Wow. Wow. Was in. Oh, you were triple streaming, like just watching, and spent all of that time in court watching. I got you. So you were allegedly speculating true crime addict and mad law and crime for Monica Cementelli. They're still in the closing statements after 3 days. Are you serious? That case, talk about mobster madness. She's got some stuff going on. Okay, let me go over here where this is so I can tell you about this case right here. So this is Jesus Monroy, and he has been accused of killing his pregnant 16-year-old girlfriend. Her name was Mia Campos. Beautiful, beautiful girl. His charges are felony murder and killing the baby, obviously, aggravated assault, and then he gave some false statements to the police. And so we're going to watch what he did. Apparently, there was a shocking ruling in the case today, and I have not seen it. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, allegedly. They tell me you had like an intense stream today. And they told me that Lori Vallow also cried. Not mad about it. Not mad about it. I wasn't expecting anything less. Bless you, husband. Mr. Firelight has got a cough today. She should cry, shouldn't she? I mean, this trial right here is the second. She's already serving 3 life sentences. She's not going to get out of anything. I don't know what the point is adding a conspiracy onto it. You would have just assumed they would just have stacked the charges. Hold one moment, please. Bless you, Mr. Firelight. Bad. Katya has already been a member for 2 months. Nah. Yeah, well, I get the best mechanics, so all the mechanics should be at least a couple of months. A couple of months old. Did you cry on stream too today, allegedly? Did you? You didn't cry on stream, did you? I know it was intense. Not for the wicked. Yay! 3 months. Catching up. What did Hannah say? What'd she do? What day are we on? For her which trial? Or what day is it today? Today is 4/7. It's still Monday here because it's only 8:30 p.m. local time. Lots of love. if that's what you're talking about. You didn't cry? How long did you have to stream? 12 or 13 hours? 17 hours? Oh, yay for all of you. 3 months. Thank you, guys. It's Tuesday in the UK already. Okay. I'll try to be quiet. Try to be quiet so we don't wake Mr. Speculating up. Orange has been a member for 1 month already and counting. Oh, you can't see my little heart fingers, but I got them up. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see what this guy says. Has anybody seen this? Does anybody know anything about the Monroy case? Let's watch a little bit of this together.
Just because Jesus didn't want to take care of my sister or his son, ever since he found out Mia was pregnant, he didn't want responsibility and wanted her to abort from the start. He was never around. We always had to tell him to do something. I guess that's just the life of a deadbeat.
It's hard to imagine what Mia Campos' family is going through as they come face to face with her alleged killer.
Every morning I went to her room to say, good morning, my beautiful daughter. Now I go to the cemetery to tell her that I miss her.
Mia's body was found in the...
Oh, gosh. He had a little stress ball too, didn't he? Hi, Irene. I'm so glad you made it. You got earbuds so we won't keep him awake. It's so nice to see you, Irene. Allegedly says hello as well. And then I'm going to drop this here. It's just kind of a hangout stream, so if anybody wants to come up, you're welcome to do that. I'm just going to kind of hang out. Just don't peen bomb me.
Woods last summer after her family made the devastating discovery. Now they're back in court as her alleged killer hopes to get out on bond despite objections from both Mia's family and the state.
The state's position is that the defendant is a flight risk, a danger to the community, and likely to commit additional felonies and a risk to intimidate witnesses if he's released.
I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. Mia was 7 months pregnant when she was killed. Her ex-boyfriend, Jesus Monroy, is charged with her murder. Now, he was previously released on bond, then more charges were tacked on. He was rearrested, but now he's hoping a judge will release him on bond once again.
The state also...
I'm scared. You know it's going to happen. It happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. I know. Hugs to their family. It's hot. I know that her parents were really close to her, and then I know they had her. It's kind of like the equivalent of the Sweet 16, but they had her quinceañera, and it hadn't been that long ago, and then she was already, pregnant, and they were waiting for a grandbaby and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Apparently, his family has the means to get him out of the country if need be, and they say flight risk, not just for planes, but to drive, across the border or whatever.
believes that he is a danger to the community. He molested a 15-year-old girl, got her pregnant, and we heard from all three witnesses, Mr. Alexis Campos, Edward Campos, and Miriam Zarata, the mother, that from the moment that Mia found out she was pregnant, he took steps for her to try to abort that baby, from buying her the Plan B pill, which she did not take, telling her to get an abortion, and telling the family he wanted an abortion, that he was not going to take care of the baby.
So I did not know that part of it. For some reason, with her being that far along, I had surmised that they had a good relationship, that she was going to have the baby and everything was just going to be copacetic in the families. I did not know that he had pushed for her to do the Plan B or to abort the baby. That's pathetic. She was only like 7 months along.
They present evidence to the court and say it's my client, and it's not. It's not my client. He's not running around. His cousin testified to that. There's no evidence of risk of flight. Zero. In fact, there's an abundance of evidence to the exact opposite of that. He is a guaranteed person to stay and submit to the court's order. Danger to the community. They presented no evidence of that other than the allegations merely contained in the indictment.
It was a packed Georgia courtroom last week when Mia Campos' alleged killer Jesus Monroy appeared in court. Mia was just 16 years old when she died. Her ex-boyfriend Jesus was 20 at the time and was the father of her unborn child. If you've been following the case, you know initially he wasn't charged with murder, just providing false statements, but those charges were upgraded. So
That poor little girl. I mean, she looks happy. Doesn't she look so happy? To me, she does. Katya says she's a flight risk to flight bed. Allegedly, Sarah says, hello. He better get charged for, yeah, definitely a viable baby. I mean, just to the umpth degree, I agree with you. He should stay in jail. Stephen Stern's trial still down to start in May. Yeah. Allegedly, and as soon as some of this stuff kind of settles down a little bit, have promised you guys a live on Madeline Soto's case over here. And I think we've decided that we're going to cover the calls with the way that Jumpsuit Pablo did them. We haven't listened to them and kind of interested to hear what his take on things are. Cuff him. Oh, yeah, he's in jail. He's jail. I think he should stay in jail as well. Jenny, hi. And your little dog, too. Yeah. Yeah, it is sad. She does look a little bit like Maddie, doesn't she? You're right. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it. Oh, and so young. Yeah, she's really pretty. She's really beautiful. Sarah says, "Hey, girl, hi." You're getting JJ ready for bed. Okay, well, you take your time. We will be here. We're just hanging out. She does, doesn't she, allegedly? Oh my gosh. That breaks my heart. Yeah. Oof. She's still got her little teddy bears back here and her little dress and all this kind of stuff. Hi, Nightbot. Nightbot says, if you don't mind, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, you be listening. We won't summons you again. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Allegedly, thank you. I know you have a long day of trial tomorrow, so we'll be quiet.
So now he's facing malice murder, felony murder, feticide, and aggravated assault. But then more charges came. In between him being charged with murder and aggravated assault, Jesus was granted bond. It was a surprisingly low bond given the charges, only $50,000. So
Wow.
he was out of jail with an ankle monitor. That is until February, when a grand jury indicted him on new charges like statutory rape, child molestation, and enticing a child for indecent purposes. And those charges came on top of the murder charges. So he's back in custody. He was out of jail about 6 months before being taken back to jail. At his latest court hearing, though, the state urged the judge not to let him out, sharing new details about the months leading up to Mia's murder.
Your Honor, this defendant molested a teenage girl, got her pregnant, and then killed her and her unborn baby. The defendant committed multiple unlawful sex acts on Mia Campos when she was 15 and 16 years old. On December 16th of 2023, the defendant picked up Mia and took her to a secluded location off Classic Drive in Snellville in Gwinnett County. He parked his truck. He then proceeded to have vaginal sex with Mia in his truck. At this time, she was only 15 years old and he was 19. This was one of several child molestations.
Okay, so, and I'm not one to take up for this person because they obviously did the most heinous crime you can think of, but am I missing something? He was 20, she was 17, she was already 7 months pregnant, and if you're talking about 2 years before he ever was even put into the position to be a father, that they were already having sex, why is it that they didn't charge him with statutory rape before this? I don't understand that. Why would the family not have pushed for that? Or did they not know? I guess we don't know, because this is just this is a hearing, and we may not know until the trial comes. But why didn't they accuse him of that before or get him put in jail before she was ever, pregnant? If that was done to her, did they not know? What a cute little thing with the big old eyes. Yeah, some of this stuff is hard to hear. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Sarah, for that.
He committed. on Mia. In 2024, Mia found out she was pregnant. At that point, the defendant encouraged her to get an abortion. Later, it was learned that the defendant also bought Mia the Plan B pill to end her pregnancy and made numerous attempts to get her to abort the baby. A conversation was had between Mia's parents, the defendant, and the defendant's parents. And at that point, Mia's parents agreed not to report the child molestation to law enforcement if the defendant agreed to continue to help support the baby as well as support Mia by taking her to doctor's appointments and other things needed for her pregnancy.
Okay, that's weird to me. That's weird to me. So you're saying we agree as parents not to report this as child molestation because, seriously? Because he agreed to be a father? So is this new, are these new charges that they're taking out now vengeance because he killed her? They were perfectly okay with it as long as they were going to have a grandbaby? Jeez. I'm sorry, but yeah, so many are failed. Well, yeah, especially Irene, she is failed by the justice system if she was if this was actually known by somebody in law enforcement and nobody did anything, because now the state's picking up these statutory rape charges. The family's not doing it, but now they're reporting it as, well, he did this and that and the other before she was old enough to. Oh, I'm telling you, we don't make this okay. Meat is oh, Meat, you need to calm down, sir. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
However, that did not happen. On July 14th of 2024, about 10:30 p.m., the defendant lured Mia out of her Loganville home where she lived with her parents and her older brother. The defendant told Mia he would take her to Quick Trip. She'd like to go there to get ice and snacks. And she was 7 months pregnant at that point. Mia texted a friend that the defendant was making her walk to the entrance of her neighborhood when he came to pick her up, rather than come all the way to her home to the driveway to get her. Again, it's 10:30 at night. She's a teenage girl and 7 months pregnant, but he still made her walk to the front of the neighborhood. Mia texted her friend that she was scared. This was the last communication that Mia had with anyone.
The prosecutor explained Mia never made it to Quick Trip. The medical examiner ruled whoever killed Mia applied pressure to her neck and killed her by asphyxiation.
He ruled that her death was a homicide. The autopsy found also that the baby was healthy and a viable fetus.
Oh, that's angering. Oh, that is so angering. When you have to bribe someone to take care of their responsibilities by dangling, not pressing charges, humanity definitely concerns me. Yes. Yes. Well, it's like the family was okay with her as long as they were going to be able to raise the baby as a family, or as long as he was going to be involved, they were just going to be okay with it. Not only that, but yeah. Yeah, don't throw stuff. Don't do that, Hannah. You're in the bed. You're going to throw pillows and throw the animals out of the bed and the stuffies. I know. Yeah, Orange. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but the more cases I see, the more I feel like humanity will never change. There's no excuse for this. None at all. Jinx, Sarah, you owe Orange a Coke.
Further investigation shows video footage shows the defendant did leave his home to pick Mia up. When Mia did not return home that evening, which was shortly after she left to go to the Quick Trip, her family and friends started calling her and texting her, and it was unusual for Mia to not respond. That's when the family became worried. Mia's brother and her friend were able to locate her cell phone using the Life 360, an application that
Look at her whole family in the gallery. Her brother and her father, for sure, the two that I know. But she obviously has a very large family there. He looks pissed off. He looks sad. I'm not sure if that's the mom. I'm not sure where the mom is. Oh, Hannah. Hi, Fawny. Fawny says, you got to stay positive. The world is a good place. It's just news focuses on bad news. Yeah, they do. It does. There are a lot of good things out there. And like I said, when I was younger, I really did think that things were inherently, like people were inherently good people. But the further I get into life, I'm just like, there's no way those people exist. You going to bed, Mr. Firelight? Mwah. Okay, thank you. I love you. Get some rest. Yeah, why didn't they stop it? Okay, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. I don't want you to cry. Keep yourself sane during some of these cases. Y'all are also all went through a couple of different trials today with people, so don't humanity isn't completely screwed. There are and always be good people out here. You just have to look harder and trust your gut when it tells you something isn't right. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Bonnie's the voice of positivity today. The more good happening every second, that all the bad that has ever happened combined. Know this, as Sarah Boone says. Sarah Boone emojis in the chat. Know this. Sarah's got us covered. Oh, PB. Hello. Hello. Bonnie coming in bright and shiny, truth and levity. Yes. Yes. Sarah Boone. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's go on.
Tracked her location. That app showed that Mia's phone was in the wood line near Stevens Road in Loganville, which was not that far from her home. Mia's family then contacted the defendant's family. In this regard, both families then went to look for them. Mia was found dead in the woods shortly later. Her eyes and her face showed petechial hemorrhaging, which was a sign of strangulation and asphyxiation, and she was bleeding out of her nose. When police arrived, the defendant, Mr. Monroy, did not want Mia's family to tell police that he was the baby's father. The defendant also told Mia's family.
So back up a second. So not only did you take her life, but then after that, you had the utter balls to ask the family not to tell the police that you were the father? The audacity. Retrograde ended this AM, so we made it. We made it through. Hannah says, I want to share something. I deal with a lot of end-of-life people in my job. Anyway, when I get a patient without friends or family, I will sit with them in their last hours so they don't pass alone. I love that. I love that. Hi, Allie. You're a godsend. For fuck's sake, I love y'all with those suitcase Sarah emojis. You new over here? I see you all the time, Allie. I said, Ali, Oxenfree. Alex. I'm so glad you're here. Rubber says hello too. Hannah, yes, good deed indeed. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oof. Hannah, thank you for sharing. That was a lot of personal information. I really appreciate that. I love that. Thank you. Ali Fani says hello as well.
Family that he never saw Mia, despite him actually coming and picking her up hours earlier.
After Mia's body was discovered, the state argues Jesus deleted texts he had with Mia that day and even instructed Mia to delete her text and delete the deleted text from her trash folder. However, the phone records are pretty crucial. Jesus's phone pinged in the woods where Mia's body was found, even though he told police he was never there.
And DNA test that we got back today from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation that I'm handing a copy to Mr. Delpont show that the defendant is the father of Mia's unborn baby.
So again, this is a bond hearing. The state argues Jesus is a flight risk, and the testimony coming from detectives sheds more light into Jesus's behavior when they were investigating Mia's murder.
We approached the front gate. A gentleman in a green shirt came driving at a high rate of speed on the wrong lane of traffic, shouting warrant. We advised that we had a warrant and to open the gate for us.
Do you know who that gentleman was?
I believe it was the brother of the suspect.
Okay.
Goodness. Jenny Jen says she's having a great time spending time with all of us. And we have a great time spending time with you. Yeah, so I put in the chat. This is a bond hearing. And we had some incredible information just coming out in this. I mean, we're only 8 minutes in, and I feel like I could smash the TV. Blue giraffes. Well, duh. That's the Sarah emoji. Yeah, I'm thinking that they're going to deny him bond. I think that's where we're headed. I think we're headed in that direction. I know, what an angel. Sarah, I have missed you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Like, I've been so busy and you've been busy, and and everybody who knows who Bad Girl is, send out your positive vibes or prayers or whatever it is that you send out for her. She is going through it. I don't want to spread her health information around, but she definitely did ask for everybody to send out some positive vibes her way today. Mia's parents are going to feel guilty the rest of their lives for wanting him to stay in their daughter's life. So sad. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I do think that it's kind of sad that the state picks up the statutory rape charges after she was already 7 months pregnant, and we're talking about a couple of years into this relationship, that they were probably had already come to terms with, or that they were okay with. And I love it. I love the emoji. River says, hello, everybody.
Was the gate open?
Not immediately. He made a phone call. While he made that phone call, the drone operator that we have above the structure advised us that the suspect had ran out of the main building and into a different building in the residence. Suspect's now running.
Look at him running! Look at him running!
Barn, just his first stop.
Wow.
Inside for a few seconds.
Where did he think he was going to go? And there he goes. He takes off again.
And then runs to where we located him. We're in the same close.
So he ran into the back of the house. Did they have a helicopter up or just a drone? Those drones are sneaky.
And Detective, do you know what was in that barn, if he put anything in there?
I didn't go and check.
Girl. Orange said, okay, but can we talk about the police officer coming in looking like he's showing up to your bachelorette party? He's got a chopper on him. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. KJ says, hello, Rubber. KJ says, hello, Rubber. Yeah, Orange, I agree with you. I'm looking like a whole... I'm here. I don't even know what I was going to say. That's cute.
But you did eventually find him in that main house we see?
Yes. After we gained entry to the residence, we did find him in that house. We called him out, and he came out.
But the defense pointed out, how could the investigator tell the person who was running on the drone footage was actually Jesus?
Now, as you're watching the video, you just testified that was, you said the suspect, but I assume you're meaning my client, Mr. Monroy.
Correct.
Jesus Monroy.
Yes, sir.
All right. How can you identify him?
Just through the clothes that he was wearing when he exited the house that we found him in.
Okay. What kind of clothes did you find my client in?
It was all black.
All black? Okay. I'm going to...
Good morning, Heather. 11:30 in Australia. Oh, sounds divine. So it was a drone. It was a drone. That's like the new thing, huh? Easy to deploy, quick times, get it out there, get it up in the air.
Go back to the video here. And because I have terrible vision. I'm going to just zoom it in here for us. All right, see up here in the top left corner of the screen, it kind of allows me to move the view in a little bit. I'm gonna move it up here to the top left. Is this the area showing on the screen where you first see the person you have identified as my client?
Go ahead.
I haven't played it yet, but I just want to make sure that this is the right area we're looking at.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. You tell me when you see my client.
Right there.
Are you aware that that house that's there belongs to my client's aunt?
No, sir.
Are you making the assumption that it's the aunt running out of the house and running to that barn, and then they catch him with the same clothes on the inside of the house? Defense attorney? Is that your assumption? That does not look like Aunt Betty Boop to me.
You weren't aware of that, or it doesn't?
I just saw him run into that house, and that's where we found him at.
Okay, you came on the scene, asked everybody to come out of the house, and my client came out of this house.
First, we went to that house where he comes out of. Then we went to the house that he originally come out of, and that's where we found the other males.
We'll pause this here. But that house where that individual just ran into is the house that you said my client came out of.
Correct.
Okay. That individual wearing black shirt, black pants, white or light colored shoes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware that when my client came out, he was wearing shorts?
I can't remember.
Okay. Were you aware that my client's cousin, Rafael Valdez, was wearing a black shirt and black pants that day?
I couldn't remember.
Okay. All right, thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Homicide detective Julie Price was one of
Well, if you've got police at your house, if you've got police at your house, why is your cousin running around the barn as it was? Yeah, flat-chested Aunt Betty Boop. Mrs. O, hi. It is so nice to see you. Welcome in, Mrs. O. Rubber says. Is crying a standard issue? Can anyone join in? Or I don't want you to be sad, but you can cry anytime you want to. A lot of people that I know have learned to do that on command. Next, he'll suggest that it may be a jogger. I know, like, what? You're just throwing up random crap. Let's be real here. Nightbot, would you calm down, please? Thank you very much. Would you please smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't? But I know that you have, so I'm not really worried about it. It's Tuesday, really. It is. No, don't put me into the future.
one of the many investigators also there when police executed a search warrant. She wore her body cam that day, and when she first spoke with Jesus, he was in the back of a squad car.
How we kind of like it, but I know it's kind of a shock when it doesn't happen, you know what I mean? I didn't tell you you're not getting arrested, right? Did I tell you what we...
The search warrant from my house is something for my unit?
Yeah, so we're just gonna get a swab of your cheeks. So my case, I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna assume it's for the baby. Okay?
Hi, Lois. Welcome in. You going to bed? Thank you so much for stopping by. Katya's at work, packing up the bread in the deli bakery. Or is it just a bakery or is it a deli too? Don't get inside of the oven to keep warm. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Lois, make sure you get some sleep too. Everybody's still up from so long ago. She has some long nails. I noticed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stopping at 2106. And Detective Price, I know it's hard from here, but did he say, oh, I'm not going back to jail?
Yeah, that was his thought.
And either way, if I run, they're going to catch me. Is that what we heard?
But Detective Price's testimony and even her body cam being taken into consideration when it comes to bond was objected by the defense. So the defense argues Jesus's rights were violated because when the search warrant was executed, he was out on bond. And when he was in the back of the squad car, every statement made during that time period should be thrown out because he didn't have his lawyer with him. The state, meanwhile, argues Jesus wasn't under arrest and volunteered that statement.
She didn't question him at all about his charges, what he did, why he's there, what's going on, why he ran, did he not run? She did not ask any questions about that. The only question she asked was about horses.
Statements made that a reasonable person would assume it requires a response or induces a response are the same way. And in that video, while they talked about horses for a bit of time, Detective Price talked to him initially about why they're there, who's in the house. We're sorry about this. It's about the baby. This is all about the baby. And then towards the end, says, starts talking about, well, we called you guys. We asked y'all to come out. We did all, and she's talking to my client directly about the circumstances that lead to what the state believes is an incriminating statement. Under these circumstances, it's just a violation of the fundamental due process rights of my client.
But the judge ruled to overrule the defense's objection. Mia's older brother, Alexis, says he still carries guilt for letting Mia meet up with Jesus that day.
Ever since that night, I've carried so much guilt because I was the last one to see my little sister alive. She told me she was going to the gas station with Jesus, and I just let her go. Just so that monster that sits right there can take her away from me and my family. Hearing my mother cry every night because her heart and the light of her life isn't here anymore. Just because Jesus didn't want to take care of my sister or his son. Ever since he found out Mia was pregnant, he didn't want responsibility and wanted her to abort from the start. He was never around. We always had to tell him to do something. I guess that's just the life of a deadbeat who gets what he wants and doesn't care about responsibility. We spent Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, my birthday, and my mother's birthday at the cemetery, crying and grieving over Mia and Sebastian. It breaks my heart knowing Sebastian couldn't even see the light or the world. His life was cut short.
They named the baby. Oh, be still my heart. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rubber. I'll come to a head of sorts, so there's breathing room. And so today was I'm just gonna chill day. Yeah, that's what we're doing too. We're just sitting out. Just sitting out on the lawn, having a sip under the stars or something. Some people are under the sun again already. His name was Sebastian. They named him Sebastian. Sorry you've had a hard 2 weeks, Fawny. It'll get better. It'll get better. They named the baby Sebastian. You multitask as you work from home, so it's easy to do. Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. Yeah, Sebastian and Mia, rest in peace. Goodness. Orange Rose says, I'm sure it sure has. Funny. I'm so glad I found his family. Things have been bad since January the 20th. I'm a nurse, but at a federal facility, and things have been awful. Oh, well, we've needed you too. We've needed you too. I love coming in when you guys are here and just hanging out. If we're in allegedly, wherever I'm at, I just love hanging out with you guys. As long as you're not stargazing with Brian Koberger, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, or out meandering with the janky tire iron. Stay away from those guys.
And his family, and Jesus and his family and friends just mock us and laugh at us like the heartless monsters that they are. Knowing that his friends were at my house visiting us and telling my parents, sorry for your loss, knowing they support him and his family just makes me so angry. I've carried, so much guilt for not trying to stop her. I've gotten tattoos in her honor, but the main reason I got them was mostly for pain. To get my mind off the fact that my baby sister isn't here anymore, just for a couple hours, but having to live in that house, passing her lonely room every single day, seeing her picture wherever I go. Passing where she was killed every day to go to work and come back home just makes me feel like I failed as a brother and uncle. Ever since Mia left this world, I've been so lonely. I try to surround myself with people I love, but it's not the same.
Mia's father also gave a heartbreaking statement where he said he was ready to be a grandfather.
Oh, I'm glad we're talking about this case too. I'm hoping that whenever it comes up for court, we'll be able to cover it. There may be one that I cover because I just can't see not following this one through. Your sister's has brain surgery in 2 weeks. Yeah, you said that they're going to do surgery and they're going to operate on her. That's good and bad, both. It's going to be hard on you, but she's going to be fine. You're going to get through it. I just know it. You'll get through it. You named your daughter that you didn't get to meet. Oh. Bed knobs and broomsticks, and it's a morning flower. Queen Victoria, like after Albert passed. Interesting. Interesting. Funny. Don't promote hide and seek in the suitcases either. Please don't do that. No, don't do that. You're too tall for hide and seek. I thought George was too tall for hide and seek too, but he sure got in there. Back to the drawing board, Rubber. Oh, goodness, Fonnie. That's heavy, girl. You ruined Orch's plans. Look at this dad's face. And he's got one of those stress balls in his hand. Hannah, you are tall, 6 foot tall and bulletproof, I'm sure.
But they took my grandchild away from me. He had no chance to see the light, and didn't deserve that. He was just an angel. Everything that I live from work, I turn to my house and I can see my daughter walking on the street when her belly.
Oh.
And I got out of my head and I can't get it out. I got this pain that I am going to carry for the rest of my life. I wish if I can see her and my grandson one more time to tell them that I love I love you guys, and I miss you. I hope one day we'll be reunited again. My life is not the same without them. I hope you understand the pain all my family went through, but the pain is still there before they took away from me. Every morning I went to her room to say, good morning, my beautiful daughter. Now I go to the cemetery to tell that I miss her. She didn't know what kind of person that he was, and the way he took advantage of Mia, because Mia was innocent and it hurts me like a father losing the youngest of my family. And I don't understand the father or the child taking his son's life. He didn't deserve that. The way he killed him, he didn't just kill Mia and Sebastian. He killed my family because now we are on the same. We're not the same. In been 8 months that they are in gone, and it feels like it was yesterday. I don't have any more words to feel this pain.
Mr. Campos, are you concerned about your family's safety if Jesus gets out of jail?
Yes.
The defense also had a chance to put up witnesses at the bond hearing, like Jesus' cousin, who delivered a huge blow to the state.
Are you in this? I've still the screenshot here at 8 minutes and 49 seconds. Are you in this image?
Yes, I am.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing black pajamas, white or light colored Crocs, black shirt, earrings, and.
Okay. And you said pajamas, but pajama pants? Or are you wearing pants?
Yeah, pajama pants. Yes.
Okay. There was another video that was played, and I'll just pull that up real quick as well. State's Exhibit number 1, I believe. All right, can you see that, Mr. Valdez?
Yes.
Okay, and I've zoomed it in here again just so we can have a better look at what's going on. And And I'm going to just advance it here a few frames because I'm going to watch the whole thing. All right, so right here, I'm going to pause it at 145. Can you see my mouse cursor on your screen? Okay, so right here, I want you to pay attention. Sorry, right here. I want you to pay attention to where my cursor is, and I'm going to push play here at 1 minute 44 seconds. Do you see what appears to be an individual walking through the yard there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know who that individual is?
Yes.
Who is it?
That's me, Raphael.
That's you?
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm going to advance it here just a few more seconds. Explain to us what you're doing in this video.
I went outside and I just went to the thing and I saw police coming and I got scared. I ran into the barn and then I called my mom and then she had told me to enter my house through the back, and I entered my house and I stayed and I waited until my mom got to my house. And
Okay, this is a big pet peeve I have. Number one, get the gum out of your mouth on the stand in court. Spit it out, throw it away. Two, if you're not lying, then they'll be able to check his phone and go on. But what's the significance about the fact that the cop was there and that they had a drone up and somebody ran into the barn and then back into the house? They still got the guy. Are they trying to charge him with trying to run? I mean, what are they trying to say here? I guess I missed the point of that. Gwinnett County has been in the news a lot lately. I think there's another case. I'll have to look it up and see who else, but there is another case that I was helping with in As the Gavel Drops Discord, which is where I get a lot of my documents from. Expensive perfume. Ooh. Oh, good things come in little packages like expensive perfume. Yeah. Gwinnett County, Georgia. Yeah.
So this, as we're watching this video, the person who's running around here in the yard, that's not Jesus Monroy, that's you, Raphael?
yes, that's me.
Did someone call you and tell you the police were coming?
I got a text message from the brother.
What brother?
Enrique.
Whose brother is that?
Yeah, Georgia
Susan's
as well.
brother.
Okay. What did that text say?
They had told me that the police are at the gate, I think, and then to just
Oh, and he's snapping the gum. Yeah, gum, sunglasses, t-shirts. Like, come on, have some decorum. Leilani was in Georgia as well.
I don't know. What are you talking?
Enrique told you to do what?
He just told me that he just notified me, and I went outside to go check, and I just got scared and I ran.
Where was Jesus?
Jesus was in my house.
And on that video, is your house the house on the left or the house on the right?
On the right, I'm pretty sure.
So when you ran, that house that we're looking at, is that your house right there?
Yes.
Okay. And Jesus was where? In that house?
Yes.
And when the police came, Jesus was right where you ran to, right?
Yes.
Okay. No! You talked to him before you came into court.
Yes.
Did he show you this video?
Yes.
And he told you to point out that that was you?
Well, he asked me if it was me, and yes, that's me.
And you and Jesus have the same clothing?
Well, I had those pants and he had the shorts on.
Meanwhile, Jesus' older brother testified Jesus has never been in trouble before, and if he's released, he would show up for court.
He will do, because he was always trying to get updates on the case. So when do I have my next court? He was always asking so he can show up, because he was conscious of when do I have the next court, because time was just rolling by.
One of the other factors is whether Jesus is going to intimidate or influence witnesses in the case. Do you have any opinion about that?
I don't think he's going to get nowhere near witnesses.
Okay. Now,
Well, you're the cousin. You're not I mean, you're the brother or whatever. You're not qualified to make a decision on whether he is going to intimidate somebody. I mean, he clearly is in jail for taking someone's life. That's pretty freaking intimidating to me. Blow it, but he better not blow no bubbles in there. Ugh, gross.
He's back in jail
Ava,
now.
hi.
But how long was he at home with you while he was out on bond? If you can give us a rough estimate.
Since the last week of August.
Okay.
So that's, let's say what, 6 months, 7 months.
6 or 7 months. Okay.
Yeah.
During that period of time, did you ever hear Jesus attempting in any way to influence, talk to, contact the victim's family or any witness in this case?
No.
Okay. Did he ever ask you to?
Would he tell you if he did? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Ava. Welcome in. We're just hanging out. No stress over here today. Just hanging out. Watching all the bad people do bad, stupid stuff. If you know, you know, Ava Slim.
To do that?
No.
Did you ever hear him ask anybody else to do that?
No.
One of the last factors is Jesus a flight risk, right? And we heard his
How is he qualified to answer that?
Give us your opinion. Is Jesus a risk of flight or fleeing the jurisdiction?
No.
During their final argument to the judge, the state was adamant. Jesus is a flight risk if he's released.
I know that we just heard from Mr. Valdez, who says that was him, but on State's Exhibit 2, the video, the
Ali, sleep sweet. We'll see you soon.
body cam from Detective Price, we heard from Jesus Monroy, the defendant, that he did run when police came when he heard the drone. So he does acknowledge that he was the one running from the barn to the house to the other house. In fact, we heard on the camera that he said, "Oh, I thought it was a drone and I'm not going back to jail." And that he did not want to go back to jail, and that's why he ran. And he said, "I thought I was going to get arrested when I saw the lights, and I was like, oh, I ain't going back to jail." That's what he volunteered to Detective Price, Your Honor, admitting that he did run when law enforcement came and that he did not want to go back to jail.
So now they have testimony from his cousin, Raphael, that says that it was him outside in those clothes and that he's going to end up perjuring himself. No wonder now he's going to be in trouble. I was scared. Why are y'all all scared of the cops if you aren't doing shady shit?
As well as we just saw him running. We heard from his own brother that they have family and friends in Texas and Mexico, and that the defendant previously resided in Mexico. So he is a flight risk, Your Honor. This defendant targeted Mia. He was a grown man. And
right, Rubber?
Although 19, he is legally an adult. She was 15 years old, a child. He lured her to a location in Gwinnett late at night, had sex with her, and got her pregnant. He then lured her out of her own home again at night and killed her, Your Honor. He is a danger to her, to witnesses, and to all children, and we're asking the court to deny bond and make sure that Mia has justice for her.
While the defense argues Jesus will stay put.
Judge Byers heard all of this, heard the state's entire presentation, all of the facts that the state just presented to this court, with the exception of the additional witnesses here today regarding
that, with the exception of the additional charges of which you're having to have another bond hearing because he was already out on bond, which means he has additional charges and things that are stacking against him that will probably lead to either a death penalty trial or at least life in prison in Georgia. Hello? He is a flight risk now.
regarding the flight, heard all of that and decided that my client was not a significant risk to flee the jurisdiction, not a significant risk to intimidate witnesses, not a significant risk or danger to the community, not a significant risk of committing additional felonies. And granted him.
So what's changed in him that doesn't make him a significant risk anymore? What's changed? Because as soon as he saw the police, he decided he was going to run. Now he has a cousin saying it's not him, but he was going to run. He was scared because he saw lights. He has family in Mexico and Texas that he could easily go live with or go to. There's what's stopping this kid. He's 20 years old. He's got nothing left to lose at this point with the charges that are stacked against him. Why would he not be a flight risk? Why would he not be in danger to anybody else? Why would he be standing out in the grocery store and not make some sort of common, like all the rest of us would be walking by and standing next to somebody that was capable of choking out and killing a mother and her child? Like, no, he's a flight risk. Stay in jail.
Bond in the amount of $50,000 on August 28th of 2024. He has bond. That bond has not been revoked. That bond is still active. He is on bond on those charges. There has been no appropriate motion to revoke that bond that was filed by the state and notice served upon counsel. So that is not for court's consideration today. What this court is to consider is he eligible for bond on count 5, enticing a child for indecent purposes, count 6, statutory rape, count 7, child molestation, and 2 of the counts of making false statements that were added. Those 5 charges were added by the Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office to the bill of indictment and presented to the grand jury on February 13th of 2025. The following day, my client was arrested on the bench warrants that were issued by the grand jury. And he has been continuously incarcerated at the Gwinnett County Detention Center since that time.
So the judge didn't issue her ruling at the hearing. That ended up coming at a later time. And in a stunning ruling, the judge granted Jesus Monroy a $150,000 cash bond on his new charges. Online records show he has been released from custody. He's ordered not to have contact with Mia Campos' family. He'll remain on house arrest, and he'll have to wear an ankle monitor 24/7. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
Wow, they gave it to him. They gave it to him. I'm stunned. That's not okay. Oh, I know, no, that's crazy. You're not late. You're not late. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Oh, well, I have taken up an hour of your time, and everybody tomorrow, I'm sure, will be tuning in to the Lori Daybell / Vallow, whichever trial, and the case that allegedly. Now, I was going to go and check and see how allegedly did today before we left. I was going to go say hi. I have a couple of other ones that I wanted to cover, but they're going to be too long tonight, and I don't want to keep everybody so late. Just kind of like to keep mine around an hour. So let's see how allegedly did today before we go. See what you little people were doing in there all day today. That is shocking. It is shocking. Let's share my screen here. Is he ready to hold her in contempt? Girl, I'm ready to hold her in contempt. Oh, this is for tomorrow. So she's live in 11 hours, April the 8th at 8:30 a.m. my time. So that's day 2. Let's see what y'all did today. Somebody's already in there waiting. That was me, I think. Let's see here.
This case. It is your duty to accept the.
Let's see who. Oh, the live chat's not available. What? There's Nessa. Oh, he looks like he's mean mugging. Is he mean mugged the whole trial? Who's Linda, Katya? Tell me who Linda is. Yeah, he was mean mugging the whole trial. So this was long. Y'all were in there all day. PCA's in Discord. Hio posted it. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, something. He was not. Little man syndrome is something of that. One One day Hannah's going to hop on panel. Genevieve was in. Oh, so you guys went over the affidavit too. Wow.
That's why he has been trying to contact Christine. Morales stated that he kept calling Christine on Monday night, December 2nd, 2019, but could not reach her.
There you go. Well, you guys look like you had a long, long day. I know, it usually is. So she must have, if she got struck with something, she may have had to take that out. Did you guys watch something in between? She could have. Yeah, y'all were here. Oh my goodness, almost 8 hours today. Golly. Y'all got all day where you spent together. Who's Linda? Katya? So I have a couple more that I want to cover. I'll probably do it tomorrow. There was a big arrest in a child CSAM ring out of Florida that was in close proximity to the Tampa area. And so I definitely want to talk about that. That happened. The state officials held a news conference today. So I want to talk about that. Then there was something really, really local to me, probably about 10 minutes down the road. There was a fatal stabbing at a track meet in Frisco, Texas. And there's a lot of information on that one. Oh, you want me to go? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to go and check and see what's going on there. Katya, speak in full sentences, my lovely. There was a video she thought she would get copyrighted for. That's probably what happened then. That's what they like to do to people. 7 hours. You guys are brave. You must be talking amongst yourselves. But yeah, I want to cover that one and talk about there is another one that was sent to me by a friend on the As the Gavel Drops Discord, and she was talking about a gentleman on a fishing boat in Florida who intimidated a young man and is basically going to be arrested on assault charges or assault and battery. He jumped on his boat, told him he was a war veteran, and told him he was going to beat his ass, and did a whole bunch of really dirty stuff. Cindy, you have so much going on, girl. You are all over these streets. Cover Linda Server from Michigan on my channel tomorrow, Tuesday. Oh, well, here, let me go look. Is that what you're doing tomorrow? I thought you were doing Daybell, love. Yeah. Oh, he was arrested. I got what you're saying. Jeez. Katya, you guys are all, you see, this is why I don't have to keep up with anything because I got you guys, and everybody is just raring to go all the time. I just have to come in and just look on your channels, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that. And look at this. Look at Katya. Do you see this? 916 subscribers. She's well on the way to 1,000. Like, she's going to be right there. Right there. Oh, you're going to try to do both. I see that. Okay. Michigan versus Linda Sturmer. Oh, look at that. And you already have people in here talking. Look at you, girl. Banned and run over. It's a retrial. Back in court again for the second time. She's facing charges for killing her husband back in 2007. Her 2010 conviction was overturned in 2018 after prosecutorial misconduct. Now in 2025, she faces the same charges. Will she be convicted or walk free? Oh, yes, I like you. You're right. I will like it. That's funny. And then also Lori Daybell, right? This will be the second day that you're covering that as well. Oh, I gotta like that too. Yep. Yeah, and I'll have to come back in tomorrow and hang out after everybody's done with the trials and go over what happened on the first day. Just pick out a few really cool things in the judge's face and their reaction. And you guys have already said she cried, which I can't expect any less out of her. So if you guys haven't seen the crime and crust video that Katya did about the lady in Florida that stabbed somebody over a $2 pizza tip. Make sure you go do that. What else? Yes, the boat incident is crazy. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed that that several grown men on that boat and nobody stuck up for him after he said over and over and over, "It wasn't me, dude. It wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me." So yeah, sorry, you was got true crime addict is Katya. Yes, yes. Judge is already done with her, huh? I'm gonna have to go pull out a couple of things to pull up and just to laugh at her. Your thingy at the end of your streams are up for tomorrow. Weird. Your thingy for the end of stream. That's you, Katya, true crime addict. Guys, I am so grateful for all of you hanging out with me just on this impromptu little live and just kind of lending me your time and lending me your ears and always being so awesome in chat. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope we get to hang out again soon. Thanks for hanging with Hio, guys. Good night.
Oh.